It is a city that traditionally gets much less snow than its Buckeye State rival up in Cleveland, but we are under a thick blanket of the white stuff here at Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the New Orleans Saints and the Cincinnati Bengals. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And CD, you look at the Saints in this matchup, and this is going to be a heck of a chess match. This offense against a defense that will take no prisoners out there.
It's going to be a big-time battle, and I think that both of these teams have that mindset of, we're going to do what we do and make the other guys react to us. And we've definitely...
Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Cincinnati. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Bengals on offense, and here is Joe Burrow ready to lead them at quarterback. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he will find it. Oh, right away, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
To put it mildly, that is not the way anyone wants to start off a game. You fumble on your first offensive snap. But now what you're worried about is, does that linger throughout the game for your guys on offense? And how's the defense going to handle it? Because no one expects to run out on the field on the first play and have to all of a sudden start to play themselves.
The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. 17 carries, 97 yards, and a touchdown.
And when he went over 1,000 yards last week, you know what it did for their offense? It gave them a true identity because everyone's going to talk about this. The offensive line is going to take pride in it. Of course, the guy carrying the football will. But how about the coaching staff? When they go in to talk contracts, when they talk to reporters, hey, we had a 1,000-yard rusher this year. That means something in today's NFL.
First down, Justin Herbert. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. A great play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Saints use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Here we go. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Again, it's Mixon. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. The numbers for Mixon last week, north of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Play action. It's Burrow. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Burrow looking to pass. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a pickup of 13.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Herbert on 1st down now. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Herbert, they'll get this out to Kamara. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run, and it's going to yield a new set of downs.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their 1st drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with his 17th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Saints lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now Burrow. He finds his man, complete. That's Stevenson. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 13 yards on his 1st catch. It's a 1st down as well. Ready for the 2nd quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
On line, ready?
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Give them 17 and a Cincinnati 1st down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, They go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Burrow will throw. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Montez Sweat, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. McPherson's kick is good, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And some room to roam now. 49 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Good push up front, and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they're able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Now here's a throw that's complete, and they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. The Saints had 10 and 5 to start play. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And they'll work this down inside the 30. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Short completion, just 4 yards. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. Herbert on 3rd down now. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Justin Herbert, a 9-yard touchdown run, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards and a 9-yard run on the end of it. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be fielded inside the 5. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
I believe I could see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room, too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught, 11 on the field. Those sidelines can become the 12th defender. It worked to the defense's advantage on that play.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Blake Gillikin on to punt now on fourth down. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And it's fielded at the 34. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Alvin Kamara and the Saints set to start their next drive. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. To throw on 2nd and 10. Herbert. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Trey Hendrickson. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46. All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. And the Saints set to go here to begin the third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Slant pass complete to Olave. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Kamara up the middle. And some room to maneuver. Now they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 88 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for Bengals TV. Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. The defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this third quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Try to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. Olave holds it in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. That's Olave bringing in another one. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Oh, always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
We got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Herbert, wide open receiver, complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 20-yard line. Herbert operating from the red zone. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Third quarter action here, this regular season finale. This will be 2nd and 10. Herbert throwing again. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And the Saints are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Kamara will score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Ready to go on offense. Out come the Bengals. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
11, 12, 11, coming.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Burrow looking deep downfield. He's got a man, complete. The gain of 39 that time.
When they've needed a play this year, he's...
We're going to get another look at this one. Dennis Allen not happy, so he has thrown the challenge flag.
The previous play is under review.
Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch.
After review of the play.
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Under a heavy rush and down he goes. Pete Werner from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Burrow. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. McPherson's kick is good, and that'll get the deficit down to 15. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because is. He's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. He is hoping to find the end zone for a third time, and we sit now in the third quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
You're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men.
And now they're in the hurry-up. On 1st and 10, Herbert. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. On 1st down, it's Herbert. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Herbert back to the air. Touchdown! A great effort there. A beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Saints are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Back now in Cincinnati. For the fourth quarter, we'll begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. Lutz now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengal offense on their way out as we look at the playoff race in the AFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight. I am impressed. That means 2 weeks if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games? Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadruple. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. From midfield now, Burrow. He targets Ingram for another grab. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Ready? It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Saints' 43-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. His throw incomplete.
Intended for number 11, incomplete. Paul Akiho on the coverage.
Here we go.
And the Bengals on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 2. Again, it's Burrow. He finds his man, complete. It's Stevenson. And he's going to have a Bengals first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. First down. Here's Burrow. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Now it's Burrow. He finds his man, complete. That's Stevenson. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds.
On 1, ready?
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. This is Mixon on the draw. Pushes him over. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Ball at the 8 here for 2nd and a yard. Maybe a touch less. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
I'm wondering.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon with career touchdown number 109. That ties it with Barry Sanders on the all-time NFL list. And the Bengals have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. Oh, and the Bengals look like they got it back. They did. Bengal football. Well, that certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still, but a start.
It's not mission accomplished, but the plan is working. They are in a great spot right now, and the best part, they put the defense right back out on the field after having already scored.
Yeah, they've got the momentum here now.
Here we go.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
At the 43-yard line.
Now it's Burrow. He finds his man, complete. That's Stevenson. He's got room at the 30, and he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Throwing, Burrow. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Here's Burrow. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
Burrow. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
11, 11, 11, 11, mighty. 11, 11.
Now Burrow. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. And the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Trying to run down some clock with Kamara. Shoves him aside. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. The pass caught by Olave. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Herbert. Going right side here, and that's complete. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's brought down at the 19 after a gain of 19. First down in the red zone.
A gain of 19 yards. First down, Saints.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Olave holds it in. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock. And this is second and less than a yard. Touchdown, Saints. A great play there. His third touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year. And the Saints are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. And this win now going to look a little more lopsided on the scoreboard, CD. Now, some may have run out the clock in that scenario, but they wanted to put their foot on the gas, get one more touchdown, and they did just that.
Well, partner, I would say the traditionalists not overly excited about that score. They'd like to see the game played a little bit differently. But what you can't argue with is their execution of that play, because it played out exactly as it was drawn up. It almost would have been a shame not to finish with such a well-run play.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Now Burrow on first down. Open man is Chase, complete. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared. But executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So for New Orleans, they improved to 11-5 now with 1 week remaining.
Consistent, made up my mind that no matter what I gotta win. That's why it's always me and never them. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot, you only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot, you only get one shot.
Lion, my time, here I go. I am not moving in silence. If it ain't moving, moving. We making movies, moving. I get a chance to take it. We bout to build it. They leaving it vacant. I just go harder. I am a ball that I gotta get it. I am so with it. I will go get it. That is the difference. I am not waiting. I am not faking. Everything out here, that's for the taking. My mind too right. My grind too tight. This head rhyme too nice. This my world, my life. One shot to me. Take that movie. One shot movie. That's all you need. One shot, who me?